So this is a 2010 BMW M3, which replaced the E46. So this is the E92. And I just thought it would be appropriate to do this model because, you know, I have been referring to M3s as the German Mustangs, but this one has a V8, unlike all the other ones we've done with inline sixes. And I remember when it came out back in '07, and I actually wanted one, and I drove another instructor's at Putnam Park, our little racetrack that you've been to, and it understeered severely. And I didn't like that about it. And I had an E46 at the time.
Yep.
So I thought it would be because it was nose heavy, you know, the V8 being a heavier engine. It wasn't really until I was doing a little bit of research last night getting ready for this review that I learned that this all aluminum V8 is actually a little lighter than that S54. So surprisingly enough, this car, and this is on the lighter side because it doesn't have a sunroof, doesn't have it dual clutch transmission. This one probably weighs at about 3,500. I think it probably weighs just a little less than your E46.
That's impressive because when I look at the two, this looks like a behemoth.
Right, and it felt bigger inside driving it.
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of time in E46s, so I was pleasantly surprised by how it felt. And it felt basically like an E46 with about 81 plus more horsepower. This particular car has the aftermarket Corsa exhaust,
okay,
which adds a little bit of torque. I don't know if it adds any horsepower. It's from catalytic converter back, so it may add a couple of horses, but
yeah,
you can definitely feel the extra torque over the E46. And the fact that it's, I'll just say about the same weight, clearly it's going to be a little quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't also realize I'd kind of forgotten about the fact that peak horsepower is at 8,500 RPM, which back in 2007, 2010, that's a very high revving engine, and the side benefit is the fact that it sounds amazing. If you keep it between about 4,000 and 8,000 RPM, it sounds really awesome.
And that's, that was a great thing about M cars. You'd have to, because there was NA high revving, but the downfall is you get in trouble really quick if you want to hit peak horsepower, right? And on a daily commute, you're shifting at 4,000 RPM and you have no horsepower.
Right, yeah, you don't have much torque, anything below about 3,500 with this motor, or yours.
Yep.
So I actually think this would be an ideal track car, this particular one especially because it's a little bit lighter.
Yep.
So it would be really fun to lighten it further and have some fun with it on the track, because on the track that's where you're going to have it between 4,000 and 8,000.
The E46 are getting up there slowly. I think these are next, or if not, they're starting to go up as well, because it's the last. It's the only V8 M3, right? Naturally aspirated. And now,
right
after this one, they went inline 6 turbo, and that's where they're probably going to stay.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of turbos. Yeah. So I understand why the manufacturers are doing it, but I just find the naturally aspirated engines to be, much more linear and more fun to drive, and certainly better sound.
And the throttle response is just instantaneous.
Exactly. So I predict, just like your E46, at some point this will become a classic as well.
Yeah. With that, my name is Jag.
I'm Boris.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.